Yep. Also screaming like that. Anabolic. The first exercise we're going to do is a pull down plate loaded variation. We're going to do a wide and then an inside grip. So we're going to alternate. We're going to do a wide grip, full reps, and then we're going to do the inside grip. So we're going to just alternate back and forth. Funny thing about the gym that I go to, which is awesome, they're not Versa grips, they're called Prodigy wraps. But these wraps I left on the gym floor about 4 or 5 days ago before my last trip, and I literally just saw them over there. My friend over here just was like, "Ah, dude, if I know they were yours, I would have fucking grabbed them and put them in my bag." No one steals them. Like fucking, if you're in Miami, you know, like if you go to an LA Fitness and leave anything, you're gonna get it stolen. So it's pretty cool, you know, having a gym culture here where, you know, people are not gonna steal your shit because these things go for like $80. Um, we're gonna start on a wide variation right here. Split right now that we have is legs, chest and triceps, back and biceps. Today is the back and biceps. Normally this would be a with back workout, so we do a lot of pull downs, and then the next back workout in the split would be a more row based or thickness workout. How the workout has been going is after those 3 days we take a day off, then we're going to move into shoulders with a little bit of chest. Then we would move into our back workout again, which is the thickness day, and then we would have an arm day. I don't know what happened in my head the other day when I was doing legs, talking about how like I haven't been progressing with my leg work. What we're gonna do is every other week we're gonna alternate legs into the rotation on that back day. So instead of on the second back day, we're gonna do a leg workout, and then the following week we're gonna keep that a thickness day. And then the next week it's going to be a leg workout, and then the next week it's going to be a thickness. So we're going to alternate to adding a little bit more leg volume in there, taking a little bit more back volume out. So this week, because we will be doing legs on that back day, we are going to be doing a few rowing exercises. Okay, so width is definitely something that I want to continue to improve upon. Thickness is something I already have. So we're going to continue to focus heavily on the width stuff. Do another warm up here with this weight. Again, we're getting blood into that back. Actually, that's bullshit. So we're gonna jump right into it. That was too fucking light. Sometimes when I start out, I like to do 2 warm up sets with the same weight. Depending on how tight I am. Yesterday, had Chris come over the house. Mondays is the day he comes over the house and we do the therapy work for my upper body. So not as tight as normal. So we're going to do that wide grip, and then I'm just going to show you guys what we're going to do for the narrow grip. But normally we're going to take a full rest period. I'm just going to show you guys again. We're warming up right now, still using lightweight. Take these off in between sets. As I told you before, I love these, but they do cut off the circulation, or I get a little bit too extra pump in the arms. Have another sip of our drink to start this. So today's one of those days where we're going to come back later in the afternoon, get a second bout in of weight training. This is Yuri right here. She's about the size of the camera. She's my friend. The other one's an asshole. Just trying to get her to come over here. She was fucking around in my leg workout the other day, but she was looking on the other side. I'm like, why would I have the camera pointed to like? No, but it was like on the other side. I'm like, she's like looking on the behind the camera. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? When you're using different alternating grips, It's always important to make sure that you warm up effectively with those because so different muscle groups in your arms, in your back, are going to be worked with a different kind of variations. That's why you do a wide grip. That's why you do a close grip. So you want to make sure that you warm up effectively with both. Right now, we're warmed up. We're going to get 12 to 15. With these pull downs, we're going to kind of go quick. I think what I'm going to do is do a set two with the weight that I've been using for each. So we're going to do a wide set. Now we're going to go to an inside set. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to a set, like a drop set with wide, rest, and a drop set with narrow. So we're going to do an inside set right now. Let's grab this right here. Let's go. Bring it up. You out of here? Are you doing this? I just started, but you can jump in. I mean, you can take it off. All right. So I'll show you guys a little bit of the drop set in a second. All right, so we're going to move into a drop set. We're going to do 12, we're going to drop a 25, do 12, drop a 25. And we'll see if we do one more drop after that. So let's go. The key to that, we don't go faster with the reps as we go lighter. We keep the form the entire time. If you can't keep the form, you can't keep the reps at the same cadence. There's no reason to fucking do it. So we'll move on to the next exercise. So next exercise we're going to do is the rack barbell row. Now, if you've seen on some other videos, this is the third rung up. On the other videos, we were doing all the way at the bottom. So again, there was a little bit more lower back involvement when we were doing that exercise. The reason is because we're switching up my program. Normally, this is not a row day. This is more of a pull down day. 2 days ago, I did legs, which does add a little bit more lower back activation with some of the squatting. I am going to be doing legs in 3 more days. So I don't want to overdo my lower back and glutes. So we are going to use a little bit higher of a rack. It's going to take less on our lower back, and just keep the focus on the mid back that we're trying to work with the rows. You still need to stabilize and hold yourself in position when you're going up and rolling that weight. But again, because there is probably, I would say, a good 6 inches less of range of motion, you're not going to have that bottom part. You're going to have to come up and squeeze like a pendlay row as we were doing on the other exercises. So I'm going to add a little bit more weight. Got a 25 there for our next warm-up set. Last few weeks, we've been using no straps on our rowing exercises. I feel that because I'm using the rack, I'm able to kind of grip the weight, pull it up, kind of let go of my grip, and then re-grip and pull it up. And because the forearms recover very, very quickly, and I'm not using a very, very high amount of weight, as well as I'm not using long overall reps, that I'm able to not overtax my forearms and lose my grip. Oh, felt good. We're going to do about 3 sets. That was 12 reps. Next 2 sets, we're gonna add the clips because the weight's kind of falling off. The next exercise we're gonna do is our single arm pull down. So we're alternating, as you guys can see, between a pull down exercise. We did 2 to start pull down exercises, and then we went to a row, and now we're back into a pull down. So we're gonna do a single arm here. Okay, with the single arm version, always like to do rep ranges in the 8 area, just because when you do things like 12 to 15 per one arm, you have to then do 12 to 15 on the other, and that's 24 to 30 overall repetitions. And I find that it ends up being overly long sets, taxing on the overall central nervous system, and harder, in my opinion, to stay focused. All right. It's pretty easy to warm up. It's an exercise that I like actually doing, with single arm as opposed to 2 arms. I don't feel it as much, whereas with the dumbbell version, so a single arm dumbbell pull, I got a lot of issues in my lower abdominal. I even have issues in my upper back, the torquing. So me holding that area and then turning, I end up having issues in my back, my spine, I feel, and as well as my lower abdominals cramping. And I don't get the same when I'm doing single arm up here, but when I do 2 arm up here, I don't get the same kind of contraction. Whereas if I do the dumbbell rows, I feel great. So it's weird how on this plane, pulling down, one side works better than the other. One version works better than the other. On the other plane, when I'm bent over, one version, the opposite version, is better than the other. So you'll never know until you try it. That's why I say try a lot of these things. Try a lot of different stuff that I'm doing and other people are doing. The key is that if it's hard, that's one thing. But if you're experiencing pain or discomfort in areas that you're not actually training, it's a completely different. That's the key. Is that don't shy away from exercises because they're hard and challenging. They're going to tax your body. Shy away from exercises that put undue stress, pressure, discomfort in areas of your body that you're not actually trying to work. My lower abdominals, I'm getting cramping in different areas of my opposite side of the back that I'm trying to fucking work. It's probably not a great exercise. I don't give a shit if you saw your favorite influencer, your favorite bodybuilder, your favorite person, doing those exercises. It's just not, either you're not doing the exercise properly, which is hugely likely, because a lot of people are doing things improperly, or the exercise is not for you. So that's another factor that you need to take into consideration when you're doing those things. All right, we're going to finish with our last set here, 8 to 10 reps. Wow, that's all she wrote. Time to put the weight away, move on to the next back exercise. So the last direct exercise that we're going to do for back is we're going to do a pull over, okay? And then we're going to do a high row, a low cable row We're gonna roll it high, get the mid back. So we're gonna get these lats rocking and rolling. Put about 130 on here. We're already warm, so we know what we can do. 154. Then we're gonna bring it down here. We're gonna get these back rocking and rolling, baby. Here, little nip slip right there, so you can see there. All right, so to get a better angle. Getting to the end of this workout. It's important that you run through the finish line. I tell my kids this whenever they do sprints at basketball. Everything in life you need to run through the finish line, okay? I don't care where you're at it. I don't care if you're in the lead. I don't care if you're at the end of the month and you've already met your goal in sales. You gotta sprint to that fucking finish line, okay? Because if you specifically say in sales, you artificially hold on to some sales at the last day of the month because you've already met your goal, you're not putting yourself where you really should be. You're not judging how much you really need to do to continue to improve. You're basically just cooking the books for the next month. The same thing. If you're not pushing yourself on every set, you're leaving stuff in the tank. Let's go, lock it in. Oh, yes, it should if you're tired, bro. Building off of that, sprint to the finish line. Been a Patriots fan my whole life. And though we might not have won that Super Bowl, we had the undefeated season. There were games where Belichick didn't lead up. And people were like, oh man, they're running up the score. Listen, motherfucker. That's what's going to happen in life. It's what happens everywhere. People are like, how do the rich get richer? They keep running up the fucking score, bro. Okay? So when you're ahead, you step on their throats. When you're ahead, you fucking run up the score. And if you don't, that's up to you, man. If you want to feel bad for the other person, I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, they're not putting in the same level of work that I am. I am going to run up the fucking score all day long. Okay? And I'm going to laugh at them all the way to the finish line. And I'm going to keep running up the score. The next day, the next day, the next day, because I'm putting in the work each and every day. No one else is doing it. No one else is in here. No one else is doing it. Like here. The consistent diet, consistent training, the supplements, the rest, the recovery, all that stuff. Yesterday we did therapy on our upper body, we did stretching on our lower body, we did training. Our nutrition was perfect. Went to the kids' basketball, did everything. So when I run up the score, you better believe I deserve it. That's it. For your strict back exercises, get that grizzle pump. I'll move on. Work on some shrugs. These babies right here. Traps. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, so last on the workout today is our shrugs. These are very simple up and down exercise. Dumbbells loaded up here. Just gonna get it up, squeeze down. Ready? Up. Super fucking easy, simple exercise. Okay. I went to this in my last back workout. It's like, this is the most simple fucking exercise in the world. And people are like, I don't know how you get big chops. Now listen, dude, outside of having retarded genetics, okay, you just gotta lift heavy, okay? I don't know anybody that doesn't do heavy deadlifts. I did a lot of those when I was a kid. And then heavy shrugs. Plain and simple. Heavy deadlifts, heavy shrugs. So if you don't want to fucking deadlift, which at this point in my life is not really as advantageous as all the other exercises that I'm doing, I take 3 sets, 12 reps, pick up a fucking heavy ass dumbbell, I squeeze it, and I go down. Squeeze it, and I go down. It's plain and fucking simple. No bouncing. Use weight that you can control, weight that you can squeeze, weight that you can hold, and just get it fucking done. Here we go. I'll show you guys this last one. I'll wrap it up. Yep. Also screaming like that.